there aren't a ton of storms out there, but there is this one cluster that we continue to watch across North Texas. It's been the strongest one all evening long, and we'll continue to watch that. And here it is relative to Dallas. It's hard to tell on this current trajectory if it'll come in just south of Dallas itself, but remember that Dallas, oh, look at this. It's like Alan's thinking ahead. He's thinking what I'm thinking here, and taking it towards the Dallas area. Remember, Dallas is kind of a spread out city, so if it gets anywhere near the Metroplex, it's going to impact a lot of people. There's a tornado warning out on this right now. You see a couple of boxes here. That's actually just one tornado that they're worried about. It's just that they keep using different polygons to kind of cover the area they want to cover. See the hook right there? That's what you look for, a little hook. They did have a brief rope tornado reported with this system, so it has the possibility to put down a tornado. Right now, it's not in exactly a heavy populated area, so that's good news. And the severe weather characteristics should settle as far as the rotation by the time it gets into the Dallas area. But still, could be a rude awakening in Dallas late this evening, early tomorrow morning, with this line coming rumbling on through in the next couple of hours. That's what we'll be watching. Meanwhile, there is a line to the south as well. This is kind of collapsed upon itself at this point. What we're looking at is just some lightning and run-of-the-mill downpours down Interstate 45. Alex?
All right, Keith. Meanwhile, we've been watching these storms near around the Floydada area here. This is from earlier this evening, and look at the storm structure here. Just a beautiful picture. You see the sprawling flatlands there, and this is why you can get such a clear view of the entire storm. That dark area that's sort of shaded there, coming in from the base of the cloud, that's where all the rain and even the hail with that storm was, and sort of striations there in the clouds, indicating the rotation with it there. So again, a beautiful view of that storm there that was near Floydada. Meanwhile, we're going to be watching potential more pictures like that in the coming days because of that threat for severe storms. We're going to see that ramping up here in the coming days. So it's not just tonight, but as we head into tomorrow and beyond. Now, we're starting to get in that time of the year where we see things ramping up. Tornado threat here for us really starts to keep going late April into May and June. That's sort of the peak of the season. Now, late April, the highest threat is right here, Southern Plains, working down on into Texas. And we're looking for those areas tomorrow here for that risk, from the Red River working down to South Texas, along the Gulf Coast, anywhere in that dark shade of the red. That's where we have the severe risk. Tornadoes, isolated in nature, that'll be a risk. Damaging winds as well as large hail. So Torcon values, this is again for tomorrow, our Thursday. Dallas, Waco, Wichita Falls, all three cities in Texas. We've got 4. So a 4 out of 10 here on the scale. About a 40% chance of a tornado within a 50-mile radius. And the general timing is going to be late into the afternoon, into the evening hours. Dallas and Waco lasting a little bit longer. We're talking evening to around midnight in Wichita Falls. Then Friday, some of those same cities may be impacted again, so we don't see this threat shift too far east, but maybe a little bit farther north now to include a spot like Wichita and there around Oklahoma City. Torcon values here for you creep up a bit now as we head into our Friday, so the tornado risk slightly increased now. 50% Wichita, Tulsa, Shreveport for you where the tornado risk is not as high. Tomorrow, Friday, it gets up to around a 4 here on our scale. Timing, pretty long stretch from the afternoon all the way into the overnight hours. Keith?
All right, thanks, Alex. Let's take a look at what's going on the radar right now. We're continuing to watch that one cluster across North Texas. That's pretty much the game in town as far as severe weather goes. There is a tornado warning on that, with a brief rope tornado being reported. It has a little notch in it, a little bit of a hook, enough to warn it and continue to warn it. Take a look at velocities there. We're showing you a couplet going towards and away from the radar, indicating at least rotation enough to produce a tornado. So something you're going to have to continue to watch through the evening. This storm moving off to the south and east, as is the tornado warning itself.
Oh no. Can you fix it, Dad?
Yeah, I can fix that. I wanted a car that could handle anything.
I fixed it!
That's why I got a Subaru Legacy.
Symmetrical all-wheel drive plus 36 mpg.
I gotta break more toys.
The 2015 Subaru Legacy. It's not just a sedan, it's a Subaru.
Joseph A. Bank presents the 70% off sale. All suits, all sport coats, select dress pants and sportswear, all 70% off. Sale ends Sunday. Joseph A. Bank, the new tradition since 1905.
There's nothing more romantic than a spontaneous moment, so why pause to take a pill? And why stop what you're doing to find a bathroom? With Cialis for daily use, you don't have to plan around either. It's the only daily tablet approved to treat erectile dysfunction, so you can be ready anytime the moment is right. Plus, Cialis treats the frustrating urinary symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently, day or night. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any symptoms of an allergic reaction, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Why pause the moment? Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use. For a free 30-tablet trial, go to Cialis.com.
You can't always be there to protect her down the road. Make sure the tires she's riding on will. With the revolutionary Michelin Premier Tire, even as it wears down over time, its safety doesn't, thanks to Evergrip technology. The Michelin Premier Tire, safe when new, safe when worn.
How do I get hotel deals nobody else gets?
Trust me, I'm a great negotiator.
Priceline Negotiator.
60% off.
40.
60.
40.
60.
40.
40.
60.
Trust me, they can't say no to me. I've been doing this for 20 years.
Can I get an upgrade?
Trust me, and you'll never overpay again. Seriously?
I'm trusting you.
Exclusive hotel deals up to 60% off. Priceline.com.
Constipated? Dulcolax tablets can cause cramps, but not Phillips. It has magnesium and works more naturally than stimulant laxatives for gentle, cramp-free relief of occasional constipation.
That works.
Live the regular life. Phillips.
I'm Sam. Jim's here as well this morning.
We're all in this together.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was good.
And if you're watching AMHQ, then you know we got you up and out this morning. We love to see your pictures. All you got to do is show us something that's amazing out there. Every picture you share, we'll try to share it as well.
Currently in our area, 77 degrees under fair skies. Tonight, partly cloudy or thunderstorm is possible. Low 70. Winds light and variable. Thursday, thunderstorms. High 87. Winds south at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of rain 80%. Thursday night, thunderstorms early. Low 72. Chance of rain 80%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Sundays.
One man's trash.
This is perfect.
Is another man's wood-powered Jeep gasifier.
Brainstormers. Sundays at 9. Only on the Weather Channel.
Well, check out this new iPhone panorama shot of the supercell near Flodell, Texas. We've been watching that one all night. It's been the same one. This is a bridge cloud. It's a especially long tail cloud on the forward flank of both the supercell in question, but also from the again, this is inside baseball, HP supercell to its northeast.
High precipitation.
Thank you.
That stands for.
I don't want to get too fancy pants, but yeah, that cell was probably the best cell of the night.
It was.
Again, best means strongest means worst, but for us.
Yeah. You don't see that very often there. Pretty incredible view there. Again, that tail cloud extending from the supercell into Floydada, but then there was another storm that also had a tail cloud, and the two sort of met, and there you have what is known as the bridge.
This is like pinup stuff for weather nerds. You know, everybody else has bikinis on the wall. We have this kind of stuff. Hey, thanks for tuning in to the Weather Channel as we bring you extended coverage of tonight's severe storm threat.
Yeah, flooding, rain, hail, damaging winds, even tornadoes, all those things possible, not just tonight, but this is as we head through the coming flooding days as well. So we want to get to right where some of those storms are right now.
Yeah, let's go to Mr. Bettis in the lab. Mr. Bettis, pretty much have this one storm in line that we've been watching.
Yeah, you know, it's rolled all the way from the panhandle of Texas, now going toward the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. We do have a tornado watch, and we have a newly issued severe thunderstorm watch as well. Our tornado watch back here in red goes until midnight. Our newly issued severe thunderstorm watch, which does include Dallas-Fort Worth, that goes until 4 o'clock this morning. Primary threats are going to be wind and hail. Can't completely rule out tornadoes, and some of these storms that have come out of the panhandle have indeed produced some tornadoes. There's the larger picture, okay? We've got a couple of complexes here of showers and storms, including this one just now coming out of the panhandle. A couple of warnings with that, and then more run-of-the-mill thunderstorms south and east of Dallas. It gets down into some of these tornado warnings. We have 2 tornado warnings right now coming out of Guthrie. So Baylor and Knox counties under tornado warnings right now, going until 11 o'clock tonight. Close-up view here, you can see kind of 2 storms rolling in tandem. We've got 2 hook echoes in there. One that's right in there, the western storm one right in there. So 2 signatures that we may indeed have tornadoes. And you take a look at the couplets on there. And what we're looking at is winds blowing toward and away from the radar right next to each other. That'll be indicated by the green and the red on the map. So red right here going away from the radar, green coming toward the radar. So right in there it'd be known as a couplet or tornado vortex signature. And you've maybe got one going on right here as well, just south of Monday. This one back here north of Rochester has had a confirmed tornado on it. I'm going to show you the HD radar. We've got a lot of hail within these as well. We see the purple and the white on the radar. That's we've got hail within these storms. I'm going to show you a bit of a slice through this one storm, and this is the one near Monday. And you can see we've definitely got some updraft into this storm and then hail being ejected and out of that storm. So we've got some strong updrafts in these storms supporting very large hail, and that being thrown out ahead of the storm, with the tornado potentially being back in here where you see this area right in here where it's more of a green color. That's our inflow notch into that hook echo. So we've got rapidly spiraling air into it and then rotating up. So rotating updraft potentially right there south of Monday. Talking about the hail, big time hail with this storm as well. So we've got everything we need for a very strong thunderstorm rolling off to the southeast right now. Some of that hail may be as large as almost 4 inches in diameter. So we're talking larger than softball size hail here. The other danger that'll be with this storm. So a lot of things to consider now. Rochester south of Monday. Eventually that could get near Throckmorton. So this is a tornado warning you've got to take very seriously. Interior room, away from windows, basement if you have one. Best place to be. Do not go outside to check this storm. There's a lot of danger with it at this hour. Storms are dying in intensity here now along I-45 and east of I-45. And at Dallas, it won't be long before those storms do come in and get us. Tomorrow, the threat does not diminish at all, by the way. We've got another round coming our way in the Metroplex. Again, Corpus Christi could get hit up toward Houston as well. A 4 is our Torcon here in north central and east central Texas. So a 40% chance of tornadoes coming our way for the day on Thursday. Notice Friday now, another chance of severe weather going farther north as we tap into more Gulf moisture. It comes all the way up into Kansas and even Nebraska, Oklahoma City, and Wichita. We are now at risk. Here are our Torcon numbers for Friday. Pay attention. Here are 5 southeast Kansas, southwest Missouri, Joplin, and Springfield. That will include us. And then northeast Oklahoma, eastern Oklahoma, western Arkansas as well. Tulsa, Sapulpa, over towards, say, Fort Smith. That's our Torcon for Friday. It's a 5. And then a 4 in western and northern Louisiana. This will be, north of Alexandria, near Shreveport, and then east Texas. So Tyler will be included in that as well. So the threat is not going away, guys, anytime soon. And watching the storms very closely tonight in Texas. A nocturnal threat across, especially North Texas tonight.
All right, thank you, Mike. Let's take you to a video of a supercell. This is in Brooksmith, Texas, and it's far enough away that you can see the lightning there, but you're not hearing too much of the thunder. Great shot, though. Yeah, absolutely. You can hear a little bit of the wind as well, and at times you see the lightning flashing, and way in the distance you can almost see the rain shaft associated with this storm as well. So yeah, it seems to be Texas. That's the area tonight where most of the storms have flared up and continuing to sort of hang on. Yeah, and Dallas is one of the spots we're watching. Kate Parker is there for us, and the question is whether or not Kate's had enough caffeine to stay up for when this thing actually comes through in like 3 hours from now.
Yeah, 3 hours. I think that's a little bit of a generous estimate, Keith. I think we've got to give it maybe 4 hours here in the Metroplex. Now, the thing is, this timing, it really has slowed down. If we were seeing these thunderstorms at about 10 p.m., it'd be a completely different story. We'd be seeing like what we're seeing off toward our northwest of the Metroplex, which is severe thunderstorms, tornado warnings, and that may not be the case here later on tonight. Now, we're waiting for that complex to kind of move a little south. We do have another complex of thunderstorms to our southeast. The thing is, that one starting to die down a little bit, and that initialized just south on 35. Now it's kind of down 45. But the thing is that once these thunderstorms move in from the northwest, they're going to go southeast. But the timing with this is crucial. The timing with this is looking much more like a 2:30, maybe starting to make its way into some of the more western communities. So Aledo through Parker County, coming into Tarrant County around 2 to 3 o'clock. But by the time you get to Dallas County, it could be 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning with these thunderstorms, and they're going to be kind of a little more congealed at that time. That's a good thing because it means that they may not be as strong, and we may not even get to that severe criteria on some of those thunderstorms. 1 or 2 of those pockets could have definitely some damaging winds in them. We could see some large hail. My vote tonight would be to make sure that you have your car somewhere where it's not going to be exposed to hail damage. My other vote tonight is going to be that you're really making sure that you're on top of what's happening. You have to have a weather radio to wake you up because there is still a risk of tornadoes overnight within these systems. It's a Torcon of 2 for North Texas as we go through the overnight hours. So it's a little bit lower than the 4, but that does not mean you're in the clear. It does not mean that you can just go to bed and not worry about it. You need to have something to wake you up. You need to have a plan in place. Timing is while you're sleeping tonight. Tomorrow, we're going to be watching a very similar situation. Mike Bettis was just telling you about it. The Torcon of 4 once again tomorrow for North Texas. This Metroplex, 7 million people live here, and it is a wide, sprawling area. It's whenever you have just a small town on a map that has a rather small surface area, to get these thunderstorms in it and to actually get a hit on such a concentrated population is a lot more difficult to do than it is here in North Texas. There are a lot of homes that sprawl for many, many miles. So this is definitely an area we're watching through the overnight, but we're going to continue to stay on top of, Keith and Alex, as we go into tomorrow and Friday. So that's kind of the timing on that. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Kate. And a little insight, because she's from around there, that it is a more sprawling area, and you're going to have to, it's not a needle in a haystack as much to get that severe weather in there. Thank you, Kate, for that report. We had some hail out there today, some big hailers.
Yeah, big storms that were producing some big-time hail, and you can hear it here as well. And now, seeing it, they're gathered and collected on the ground. It's tennis ball size hail being reported in some cases here as well. So again, this was on Interstate 27. But there actually some numerous cars that were stuck and even some accidents that were reported.
Yeah, there it is in motion here. And hopefully this guy's not driving a Ferrari or anything like that because he's driving right into this big old hail. It does become a damage threat more than anything. You don't want to be outside during that. And then here's the pretty side. Tulia, Texas, far away, a little rainbow in there. They are pretty from that distance.
Yes, far away.
Currently in our area, 77 degrees under fair skies. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. Low 70. Winds light and variable. Thursday, thunderstorms. High 87. Winds south at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of rain 80%. Thursday night, thunderstorms early. Low 72. Chance of rain 80%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
True Green presents the Yardleys.
Sorry.
This is more than a lawn. This is a True Green lawn. Live life outside with True Green, America's #1 lawn care company. Spring is on. Start your True Green lawn plan today. True Green, live life outside.
Buddy, you're squashing me. Liquid wart remover could take weeks to treat.
Embarrassing wart? Dr. Scholl's Freeze Away wipes them out fast with as few as one treatment.
Freeze Away!
Dr. Scholl's, the #1 selling freeze brand.
Hey neighbor, this weekend only at your neighborhood Ace, buy 1 bag of Scott's Weed and Feed and get Scott's Lawn Food for free. That's a $15.99 value, because getting help at Ace is like going to your neighbor.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
You're getting 3 here.
Uh-huh.
All right, here goes.
Oh. Cheddar, sour cream and onion, and salt and vinegar.
Wow. How did you do that?
I can see through the blindfold.
Pringles!
I recommend Nature Made vitamins because I trust their quality. They were the first to have a vitamin verified by USP, an independent organization that sets strict quality and purity standards.
Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist recommended letter vitamin brand.
If you take multiple medications, a dry mouth can be a common side effect. That's why there's Biotene. It comes in oral rinse, spray, or gel, so there's moisturizing relief for everyone. Biotene, for people who suffer from a dry mouth.
The Fiat 500 isn't alone anymore. It's part of a big Italian family.
We're here today asking kids what their favorite vegetable is.
Kids?
Now we're going to give those same kids Bush's baked beans.
That's good.
Bush's Baked Beans. Try our new brown sugar hickory.
Thanks for this Oreo caramel shake, Kara.
Caramel for Kara. That makes sense.
And Janine for peanut butter.
I don't get it. Why?
Because she reminds me of my ex-girlfriend Janine, who was nuts.
25 real ice cream shakes, all half price after 8 p.m. This is how you Sonic.
I'm the protector of my patio. Killing weeds where they grow. A barrier forms so weeds can't appear. Serious weed prevention up to a year.
Roundup Max Control 365.
So I'm fighting weeds on opening day and preventing weeds while I get away. Weeds stay dead as we carve this beast, and they still aren't back when I cook this feast.
Roundup Max Control 365.
One more time, let me make it clear. With no more weeds, it's your year.
Andrew, Rita, Sandy. Meet Chris, Jackie, Joe. Minor damage or major disaster. When you need us most, we're there. State Farm. We're a force of nature, too.
Incredible. I've been Claritin Clear for 10 days.
When your allergy symptoms start, doctors recommend taking 1 Claritin every day of your allergy season for continuous relief.
With powerful 24-hour non-drowsy Claritin, live Claritin Clear. Every day.
Well, welcome back. Continuing to follow the threat for severe storms, mainly into Texas here for us. And you can see some of the areas where we actually have watch areas. The yellow, orangish color there, that's severe thunderstorm watch area. That's the latest watch. That does include the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. That's until 4 o'clock in the morning. So storms rolling on in. We could see them coming in again during the overnight, capable of producing some damaging winds and hail. And can't rule out the isolated tornado. In fact, that's what we have ongoing right now. Tornado warning storm here in Texas. That's for Haskell and Throckmorton counties until 10:45 local time. And that includes the city of Weinert. And in fact, there was a tornado spotted there, not too far from the Weinert area. So treat this like it is a tornado right now. Doppler radar indicated, but definitely want to make sure you're in your safe zone. Tomorrow, the risk will continue. Some of the same areas here for a good chunk of Texas working into the lower Mississippi Valley. And as you can see, the Torcon values here for us getting up around a 4. North central and east central Texas are in that 40% range of a tornado within a 50-mile radius. Again, Dallas, you are in that zone. So we'll be watching you very closely. Friday, once again, some of the same areas, maybe sliding a little bit farther on off towards the north end. The one thing we'll notice on Friday is the tornado risk actually creeps up a bit more. So now we're seeing 5 on our Torcon scale. Southeast Kansas, southwest Missouri, working down towards eastern Oklahoma and western western portions of Arkansas as well. And our last stop takes us down to the west and north portions of Louisiana and eastern Texas, where we have a 4 out of 10. Keith?
All right, thanks, Alex. Well, this is good timing to talk about Torcon. We're throwing it around. What does it really mean here? It is a system that we use here at the Weather Channel. Dr. Forbes is the main driver in our Global Forecast Center. So if you have a Torcon of 4, it means within a 50-mile radius of the point that we give you, there's a 40% chance of a tornado. So we're using the number, multiplying it by 10 to give you that percentage. So basically, we're going to start talking to you about Torcons of 3 and 4, and then the threat ramps up 5, 6, 7, and anything above that is a big-time threat. Dr. Forbes has issued a 10 before, meaning there is going to be a tornado there. That's rare. You will see some 8s sometimes and occasionally a 9, meaning there's a very good chance of a tornado. You need to be aware of those days. But again, even a 40% chance of a tornado within a 50-mile radius is more than you want to see. That's what we're in here for the next couple of days. All right, take a look at this landspout tornado near Roscoe, Texas from earlier tonight. And that's kind of what we've seen with these storms so far. Just those kind of rope tornadoes on the weaker side. They're short-lived. These are all good things. Alex is taking a look at how tornadoes are rated now once they're confirmed.
Yeah, that's right. It's all about the scale, the EF scale, and it goes basically from EF0 all the way to EF5, the strongest, where you have winds estimated to be greater than 200 miles per hour. So let's take you through the scale. We start you off EF0, damage considered to be light. You get some peeling of the surface off of some roofs, damage to gutters as well, and broken tree branches there. And then you start to move up the scale to EF1, where the roofs are severely stripped and mobile homes are overturned or badly damaged. That's why we tell you mobile homes not a safe place to be when tornadoes are in and around. EF2, roofs are torn off well-constructed homes. We're talking winds 111 to 135 miles per hour. You can even have large trees that are uprooted in mobile homes. They are destroyed. EF3, severe damage here. Entire stories of even well-constructed homes are destroyed. Trains can become overturned and trees are debarked. So again, now we're talking severe damage. Then we get up to EF4 damage. That is devastating here. This is where we're talking about whole frame houses that are leveled, cars thrown into the air with small missiles being generated. And if you recall, the last EF4 rated tornado a couple of weeks ago, April 9th, Rochelle, Illinois here. And look at that, just incredible scene of that tornado here that was on. And you can see it spinning and rotating here. If you recall, there was a restaurant that was hit, and the folks that were in that restaurant, they were fortunate enough to seek shelter. They got into the basement and they all made it out. But again, that was our last EF4 rated tornado. And then the very last on the scale, the EF5, incredible damage. Strong frame houses swept away, and we're talking about even high-rise buildings. It's just an incredible phenomena to see, and hopefully one thing that we don't have to see this season. Back in just a bit.
Why do we do it? Why do we spend every waking moment thinking about people? Why are we so committed to keeping you connected? Why combine performance with a conscience? Why innovate for a future without accidents? Why do any of it? Why do all of it? Because if it matters to you, it's everything to us. The XC60 crossover from Volvo. Lease the well-equipped Volvo XC60 today. Visit your local Volvo showroom for details.
In a matter of seconds, your life can change.
We're kids still in school.
And it just hit us.
This was it.
The Weather Channel's most watched original program is back.
Things were just going everywhere. It was a nightmare. And then it was silent.
This is just the beginning of what's to come.
Currently in our area, 77 degrees under fair skies. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. Low 70. Winds light and variable. Thursday, thunderstorms. High 87. Winds south at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of rain 80%. Thursday night, thunderstorms early, low 72. Chance of rain 80%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Thompson's Water Seal waterproofing stain. The seal you can trust with stain and sealer in one and easy to choose colors. Exceptional beauty and protection have never been easier. Thompson's Water Seal waterproofing stain. Available at the Home Depot.
Making a fist. Something we do to show resolve, to defend ourselves, to declare victory.
That's how you do it.
So CVS Health provides expert support and vital medicines
Make a fist for me?
at our infusion centers or in patients' homes. We help them fight the good fight. CVS Health, because health is everything.
Jack's heart attack didn't come with a warning. Today, his doctor has him on a Bayer aspirin regimen to help reduce the risk of another one. If you've had a heart attack, be sure to talk to your doctor before you begin an aspirin regimen.
25,000 mornings, give or take, is all we humans get. We spend them on treadmills, we spend them in traffic, and if we get lucky, really lucky, it dawns on us to go spend them in a world where a simple sunrise can still be magic. 25,000 mornings. Make sure some of them are pure Michigan. Your trip begins at michigan.org.
I know you're busy walking your business. Oh, see what I did there? Walking your business instead of running your business? Hilarious. Or maybe not. Because with slow DSL from the phone company, you're just walking your business.
Call 1-800-881-5454 for internet and Wi-Fi starting at just $69.95 per month. With speeds up to 150 megabits per second, it's reliably fast, even during peak usage hours. You'll also get the fastest Wi-Fi for increased productivity away from your desk. Comcast Business Internet. Call 1-800-881-5454 now.
Many prescriptions can cause dry mouth. Act Dry Mouth Mouthwash and new toothpaste relieve dry mouth symptoms with soothing formulas that strengthen teeth and freshen breath. Act Stronger Teeth and Dry Mouth Relief. To soothe dry mouth on the go, try Act Dry Mouth Lozenges.
Skin's ability to retain moisture weakens with age. New Gold Bond Strength and Resilience has skin-plumping moisturizers and proteins from the Resurrection Plant to bring skin back to life. 84% saw an improvement in skin texture in 5 days. Gold Bond Strength and Resilience.
Sundays.
One man's trash.
This is perfect.
Is another man's wood-powered Jeep gasifier.
Brainstormers. Sundays at 9. Only on the Weather Channel.
Well, we're looking at a very active pattern of severe weather with tornado threats increasing here over the next couple of days.
Yeah, we want to head out to the lab for some expert analysis. We got Mike Bettis there, and Mike, certainly going to be watching things not just tonight, but next several days, even into the weekend.
Yeah, it looks like we have multiple days ahead of us where we could be looking at a severe weather outbreak and potentially even a tornado outbreak across typical Tornado Alley. This evening, it's been an active evening. It continues to do that. We have a tornado watches and severe thunderstorm watches that have been issued. Our severe thunderstorm watch that goes until 4 o'clock in the morning. That, by the way, the Dallas-Fort Worth metro area. So we're going to watch these storms congeal and slowly make their way toward the Metroplex. Probably going to happen during the middle of the night. So if you're watching us right now, thinking about heading to bed, I would put that weather radio in alert mode or grab your app, the Weather Channel app, the Red Cross app. Both will alert you if tornado warnings are issued for your area. And this sit them right there on the nightstand. You'll be good to go and have that peace of mind. Those storms are coming your way, and you'll be able to get to shelter. All right, there's a look at the storm complex, by the way. The one we're really concerned about is this one back to the west. The one off to the east here is not really holding together, but the one that has all the warnings on it is back here just outside of Guthrie, working south of Childress. Knox County is under a tornado warning that goes until 5 more minutes or so. But we have a newly issued tornado warning, though. That includes around the Haskell and Throckmorton area. For several, I don't think I've got the right warning on there. Let me change that just slightly. There, that's it right there, right? Haskell and Throckmorton counties. All right, so we got overlapping severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings. Get you down into these, and you can see we've got some I would call them ill-defined hook echoes right now. There's something in there. I'm going to show you over to the velocity mode. This shows the radar with wind motion. This is another great feature of Doppler radar implemented about 3 decades ago. And you can see that where you have red on the radar, that is air that's moving away from the radar. Green air is moving toward the radar. So where you have 2 areas moving in opposite directions, it's an implied rotation on the radar. So right in there is where we've likely got a tornado couplet, and we have had some reports of tornadoes with this. Big hail also an issue with us, and estimated radar size about 2.5 inches. Here's a look at the high definition radar, and you can more distinctly pick out the hook here, especially around Weinert here, right there. So coming down the highway between Mundy and Haskell, a heads up here, there'll be a couple of areas that we'll be concerned about within that warning, and that's going to go here for about another half an hour or so. Hail, wind, lightning, tornado threats, all there. So please, inside tonight, don't go out and check these storms out. Get to a shelter immediately. An interior room, get away from the windows, cover your head, and just hunker down for the time being. Here's the threat tomorrow, though, and we were concerned about the same areas being hit again. Dallas will be in that threat, and maybe a greater threat for the next couple of days. A 4 is our Torcon in north central and east central Texas, so that means about a 40% chance of tornadoes again tomorrow. Threat may go even higher, Alex, as we get into Friday and Saturday and cover more area, including all the way up through Oklahoma and Kansas. So definitely the weather needs to be watched very closely, not only tonight, but for the next couple of days.
All right, thanks so much, Mike. Meanwhile, get this, we're still dealing with snow. This is in Gaylord, Michigan, there in the northern part of the state of the lower Michigan there, and you can see some of the snow coming down from the sky, piling up on some of the grassy surfaces. Looks like the streets were okay, but yeah, it's one of those things where, you know, we're moving through spring, but not the case here across parts of the Great Lakes. Been a bit on the chilly side here, and we've been dealing with some snow there. Just checked some of the latest storm reports there, and in the UP, one spot, the Bessemer area, since Tuesday morning, a foot of snow. Wow.
That ain't right, Alex.
Nope.
That ain't right. It's a little late in April to be dealing with that, but that's what we've got. A lot of snow across the Great Lakes here, just enough cold air in place, especially during the overnight hours, to see this snow come down. Now, temperatures are borderline, 36 in Detroit, 36 in Green Bay. So a lot of times the snow will come down in those situations, but it's going to be hard for it to actually accumulate. That's some good news. Alex talked about a storm report of up to a foot of snow. Even 4 inches of snow, in my opinion, in late April is going to be too much to be dealing with. But that's what we've seen, a couple inches in through the UP here. Just enough cold air in place, just enough during the overnight hours to see it pile up. And here's the snow still continuing through parts of Michigan, Detroit, just a little snow in there, and through Cleveland. On the eastern side of the Great Lakes, same deal. Continuing to see that snow shower activity, Buffalo and New York. I call it snow shower activity because most of it, again, is going to have a little bit of a hard time accumulating because of the warmer temperatures at the boundary layer. It continues through the overnight hours, and then we see things kind of settle down as we head into tomorrow. It's hard to keep snow accumulating in late April during the daytime. Alex?
Oh, sick of this snow. It's got to go away. All right, well, we've got one more thing to tell you about. It's coming up after your local on the 8s.
Currently in our area, 77 degrees under fair skies. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. Low 70. Winds light and variable. Thursday, thunderstorms. High 87. Winds south at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of rain 80%. Thursday night, thunderstorms early. Low 72. Chance of rain 80%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Welcome back. as we continue to follow storms here in Texas, mainly here. Severe thunderstorm watch. You can see the area that is outlined along Interstate 20. That includes the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex until 4 o'clock local time. Severe thunderstorm watch is in effect. Right now, those areas are fairly quiet, but you look upstream, and it's this area here, a bit of a cluster of storms that's going to be moving in that general direction. And look at these storms looking certainly ominous here. That's why they have tornado warnings. Haskell and Throckmorton counties. That includes the city of Weinert until 11:15 local time. These storms sagging to the south and east. So if you're in these areas here, Weinert, Throckmorton, you want to make sure you're seeking shelter. Basement if you have it. If not, innermost portion of your home, lowest floor of the home as well, and away from those windows. Tomorrow, the risk for severe storms continues, and it's some of the same areas: Dallas, Corpus Christi, and spreading into the lower Mississippi Valley.
We have uncovered a remarkable planet, a world of extreme weather, alien landscapes, and bizarre phenomena. It's the most complex system we know of in the universe. That planet is Earth, and we are only beginning to unlock its secrets. The surface of planet Earth conceals a secret predator.
There is a world underneath the world.
It swallows cars. It swallows trees. It swallows houses. And it even swallows people.
It looked like the Earth was alive. It looked like it was almost like a mouth, like it was eating.
What causes these monsters? And when and where might the next one strike?
It can come anytime, any place, to anybody.
The terror of sinkholes. From space, the continents of planet Earth appear rock solid. But sometimes, the land opens up without warning. February 2013. In Florida. Resident Jeff Bush is in his bedroom in the back of the house when his entire floor suddenly gives way. He plummets down a gaping hole, yelling for help as he disappears into the darkness. Shocked neighbors couldn't believe what had happened.
About 11:15, I woke up by the fire department, and I come out, and that's when I heard it was a sinkhole.
Emergency. Yes, we need an ambulance and the cop buddy's stuck underneath the house. The house just fell through.
Okay, and what happened to the house?
The bedroom floor just collapsed, and my brother-in-law is in there, and he's underneath the house.
Sheriff's Deputy Douglas Duvall was the first to respond to the 911 call.
It looked like the Earth was alive. It looked like it was almost like a mouth, like it was eating.
Jeff Bush's bedroom was consumed by a massive sinkhole, 30 feet wide and 50 feet deep. And it was growing.
They're like cylinders when they collapse like that. And you have all that soil to go underneath. And Mother Nature does not want to be a vertical wall. So the soil will start sloughing into the sinkhole itself.